Hi, I wanted to share a little bit more about myself, my background, my story of how I became a holistic nutrition coach. Because I think it's important to know my background, especially if you are thinking that I'm someone you could be working with, or even if you're just following me on social, or you get my newsletters just to get to know them a bit. So I started my career working in tech. I went to school to become an engineer, and I became a CS engineer, did my master's in information systems from the US. That's the reason I came to the States. And after which I was in corporate America for 15 plus years. I worked in consulting where I traveled a lot, was on the road quite a bit, and then in Silicon Valley at various startups. But along the lines, it really didn't feel like I was fulfilled with my career. There was something missing, even though I was climbing the corporate ladder. And I'm a very ambitious person. And so, you want to get the next promotion. And I was chasing that, but it wasn't really fulfilling me. And I really felt, hey, at the end of the day, is this what I want to be doing? And is this bringing me joy? And in parallel, like in my mid-20s, I had some health challenges of my own. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. It's a thyroid, when your thyroid is underactive. It's an autoimmune disease. And it's something that's in my family. Most of the women in my family have it as well. And, when I got diagnosed, at that point, the doctors were like, hey, here's the pill and go ahead. That's about it. There was no discussion about, what are some diet changes or lifestyle changes that you can make to improve your health, because there's a chance now that I know better, you are three times more likely to get an autoimmune disease once you have one. And I had seen my mom's health deteriorate over the years with Hashimoto. She also had rheumatoid arthritis and other ailments. So I didn't want to hopefully not get there. So I started really getting into nutrition, health and wellness space, started reading up a lot of literature, books on it, started making changes to my own lifestyle and my food habits. My food eating got really clean, and it took time. It took time to make those changes. It was stacking habits one over the other. And I really saw a huge improvement in my health, with my digestion, because even before I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's, I was dealing with IBS, a little bit of digestive distress, and really never really knew what is it. You just, when you're younger, you're like, it'll get better, here's Pepto-Bismol, or here's some other over-the-counter medication you can take to feel better, and you move on with your day. But after making these changes, I felt so different. There was no bloating. I've had more energy through the day, and I'm like, wow, can just nutrition with what you eat and what you drink and how the little habits, started exercising more, can have such a huge impact. It became more than a passion of mine, and over the years I realized, hey, this brings me so much joy, because I would talk to anyone who's ready to listen about, hey, the food changes they can make, of a new product that I learned about that's in the market that could be used. Also, different toxins that we put on our skin, use in a house, could also make a difference. I'm like, okay, I'm so passionate about it. I love learning more. I went back to school and got myself certified as a holistic nutritionist. And not just that, I also went ahead and got my board certification, because I really wanted to ensure that I have the right knowledge base and background once I start working with clients. And again, it started as a side hustle, more working with clients one-on-one, and it brought me so much joy. And that was a stark difference. And I'm like, oh, this is what I was missing from my other tech career. Yes, I was climbing the ladders. Yes, it was, I was making good money and, doing everything that the society was expecting me to do, what I thought what I was supposed to do. But doing my work as a nutritionist really brought me the joy, what I was looking for, that missing feeling, the void I was missing. So that's what led to I found this career, and I absolutely love working one-on-one or in a group session, doing webinars on how to get healthy, because my purpose on this planet is to have an impact in people's life through health coaching. Now I want to walk you through what working with me could look like. My approach is very personalized to each of my clients. And I'm, first of all, super grateful and honored that my clients have chosen me with something that's so intimate and important to them, their health. So for me to really help them and ensure they're getting the result, I really like to get to know them, right from the environment that they were brought up in, their current environment, their likes and dislikes with respect to food, with respect to their different pet peeves, what's going on at their work, at home. Also, what motivates them, we've all faced different challenges during a lifetime, and how do we face them? So really getting to know the person that I'm working with is key, because that really helps me build a plan with respect to the diet changes or lifestyle changes that the person may need to adopt to see some of the results they're looking for. I really work with my clients to create the vision for their health. It's their vision, it's not my vision, but I'm here guiding, I'm their coach who's going to help them get from point A to point B. And I'm a very hands-on nutritionist, because my success really lies in the success of my clients. So working with me, you'll find your cheerleader. When you start seeing the results, I'll celebrate with you. I'm going to be an accountability partner. I'm going to keep you accountable with the changes you promised you're going to start making. And if you face any challenges, I'm your coach to help you, guide you through how can we overcome those challenges as well. So it's, the approach is, working through, overarching, there are 4 pillars: working on nutrition, working on exercise, working on sleep, we're working on your mental health. So there are 4 different pillars that I look at, but how we get there is very personalized to each of my clients. I want to talk about some of the success and results that my clients have seen by working with me. They tend to come to me with a lot of digestive issues, and it shows up in different ways with different clients, whether it's SIBO, which is small intestine bacterial overgrowth, or IBS, that's irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, or a lot of acidity, skin issues. It could show up as skin issues, or they're pre-diabetic, or they're dealing with an autoimmune condition like Hashimoto's, which is a form of hypothyroidism, an autoimmune condition. And they're just feeling digestive distress. And all of these conditions, we're really focused on improving their gut health for them to start seeing some of the results they want to see and relief from some of the issues they are dealing with. One of my cases that I worked with was with a woman. She was in her mid-30s. She had Hashimoto's. Her energy was super low. Her mood was off. It was hard to get out of bed, a little brain fog, and she seemed to have gained weight that she couldn't get off. So when we started working together, I really focused on all four key aspects. When it comes to nutrition, really trying to add more healthy fats, more protein, good quality, high quality protein, fiber, fruits and vegetables into her diet. So we're adding a lot of foods into her diet while really taking off and slowly removing the processed foods. Or, and with her case, really going gluten-free, and I really held her hand there because it was really not helping. It was one of the really causing inflammation in her body. So really taking those things out and stacking those habits. At the same time, also working on her exercise, adding more movement, adding more exercise to her routine as well. She tended to have a lot of caffeine throughout the day because her energy was so slow, and you have to keep up with your job and your young kids. So really dialing back on that aspect as well, and switching it to maybe a green tea or chamomile tea, which does not have caffeine. And as a result of all these changes, she was able to sleep better. And when her quality of sleep improved, she was able to see better results in terms of her energy and her mood. And really working on journaling and meditation with regards to her mental health, because we were in the midst of COVID. She had 2 young children and she had recently moved. At the end of the program, she had lost some weight. her energy was much better. She was feeling much better. Her mood was better, and she was sleeping better. And it was not just that, her family saw the benefits too. Her husband lost more weight, her kids were eating better. And overall, it was such a great experience for her and for me. And, it really validated of what I do and why I do what I do. And I hope to impact more people's health and life with the work I do.